Everybody, it's Mr. Nature Calls, back to the backpack build that I'm up to. What I've decided is to have an option of having a frame in the pack. It'll be made so I can take the frame out. So if I want to go super ultralight, say that 8 to 15 pound weight, no frame is necessary, not enough weight on your shoulders and your hips that it would cause too much of a problem. When you get up to say the 20 pound weight or higher, which could easily happen if you're say doing a week-long hike or a through hike where you're carrying lots of water and lots of food, regardless of whether you have like an ultralight kit, say you have a 10-pound kit, when you're adding 4 to 6 liters of water and a bunch of food, you need to be able to have a pack that distributes that weight properly. So to have a frame and your Gossamer gear and Kuiu and Palante, I mean, they all have packs that have frames in them, so it can take some of the weight that's normally on your shoulders and put it to your hips. So I'm going to make just a basic 2-stave frame. I'm going to make it out of carbon fiber to hopefully make it really light. No, I'm not a carbon fiber professional glasser or anything like that. But you do need to make some kind of a mold, and I made a shape that I want to try. A lot of the early or the frames that you see out there, they kind of conform to your spine. Then you have like the X-Pack, which is like a bow, to get more air circulation in that. I've got at this end and this end, this will be where the hip belt is and the shoulder straps attach. And those will have to be next to my body, I know that. And then I'm just gonna have a nice little curve right here in the middle, hopefully hold it just off the back enough to add some air circulation. That's kind of my theory. So I use this to do that. So got some 3/4 inch particle board type stuff, and I'm going to make a form. A lot of like people that work with fiberglass and carbon fiber and all that, they've got these really cool vacuum systems. I don't have one of those systems, so I'm going to at least make a frame that I can tighten down. All right, so there we go. So this piece here, so all this up here will be the piece that's pressing down, and then I'll have this piece on the bottom, which will be the actual form. Let's make some guesses. So I'll cut it out. So this will be where I have the form, and then I'll press down on it with this piece. Got to make 2 of those, and then some side pieces to hold it all together. So here's all the pieces done, and this is the actual form that I want for the strapping. So got these little side pieces to help form it in, and I got my other brace, and then my outside. So I'll just lay in the carbon fiber down in here. Once I get that all done, then I can take these 2 pieces and bring them down and then vise it all in. So better make sure I know which side's which on that. So that is next. So next step is to glue this form block together. Right, so now I got all the forms. I'm making two frames. So they'll be this lower part, and then these are a little bit higher because I'll be putting the carbon fiber down in here, and then being able to press it. But to make it even easier, because you have to be able to release, the carbon fiber. I'm going to use this. This is just tape for like insulation, what they call it. It's Reflectix tape, so it's very thin aluminum tape, and so I'm just going to put that along here, and then that will make it easier to remove. Okay, you can see it's like super thin. You'll see later on I have a releasing agent that I'm going to use. I'll put this on all the pieces that will be touching the carbon fiber. There we go. We'll just turn that over to the sides. It's nice, it's kind of like aluminum foil, so it just kind of forms. Might have a little, probably take like a pencil and iron all these out, but it'll all squish together real nice. There we go. So let me get the rest of those done. All right, so here I've got the bottom part of the mold done, and I'm kind of hoping for maybe like somewhere between an 1/8 of an inch and a 1/4 of an inch pile up. I've got the press part outside, but what I can do, I'm waiting for that. This is a PVA. It's a treatment basically that you put on your stuff so the whatever you're molding with fiberglass can release. It's a release agent. So you kind of just gotta get it all on there, let it dry, and then this makes things a lot easier to pull out of the mold. So I think of the combination of the aluminum foil and this, it should come out pretty easily. So I'm gonna do a few coats of this on this piece, and then also on the piece of the press part. Okay, so now I've got my forms. They're all treated with release. Got my carbon fiber. I've never worked with carbon fiber before, so it was falling apart as I was cutting it because I was trying to cut it into strips. So one channel, I'm gonna just work with the strips. The other one I'm gonna actually fold. The first thing we need to do is mix up the epoxy. And the kit I got came with 2 bottles. 1A, which is, I guess, the epoxy part of it. And then the other side is the hardener. So it's really nice. They just kind of put it in 2 bottles, you just dump it in. So now what we need to do is stir it for a little while and get that all mixed up real good. Okay, so I've stirred it for a good like 5 minutes. I'm gonna just put down a little layer in the mold. Let's see if I can lay some. This carbon fiber just kind of falls apart. Just gonna lay it in there. So I can just kind of fold it back on itself. Now, of course, if this was something where I knew what I was doing, you know, there's lots of different techniques and different ways you want to have carbon fiber laying for strength, but this is basically, I'm just kind of screwing around. This is called having fun. A little more epoxy on there. And knowing carbon fiber and how it comes about, this may be super strong, just even screwing up with it. That's the way I am. how I'm doing it this way. I mean, it's pretty strong stuff when you get it all together. Get all these fibers in there. Those things that when I do it, I'm sometimes pleasantly surprised at how it turns out. Yeah. Okay, let's get just another layer on here. On this side, I'm going to see if I can fold it. That will make it any easier. Okay, so now because my camera stopped, I've got baking paper, sandbags, because my form didn't work, and scuba weights and everything. Hold that all down. Hopefully that'll work. Okay, I finally finished up my carbon fiber backpack stays. I could sand them down and make them look more pretty and everything like that. There's definitely the carbon fibery look. No, not the best fiberglasser, but these will turn out. They're 4 ounces for the 2 of them. So that's the shape. All right, so now I'll be making just little slips on the back of the backpack that I can either have these in for heavier weights or have them out for gaining 4 ounces of weight savings. So, okay, off to the next step.